Over 60. Then listen carefully, because one food you probably ate this morning might be silently stressing your heart right now. And another one, something so common it sits in almost every fridge, could be slowly pushing your blood pressure and cholesterol into the danger zone. Doctors warn about these foods every year, but most seniors don't realize just how dangerous they are until it's too late. A heart attack, sudden fatigue, or an emergency room visit, it doesn't have to be your story. So stay with me until the end, because in this video I'll reveal the 2 foods you must avoid if you want to protect your heart after 60, the science behind why they're so harmful, and the healthy swaps you can make today that will keep you strong tomorrow. And let me give you a promise. The second food on this list is the one almost everyone ignores, and it may shock you. You'll want to hear it, because knowing this could literally save your life. This is food for longevity, where we believe your golden years should be full of health, joy, and strength, not hospitals and prescriptions. If you care about your heart, if you want to live long enough to enjoy every moment with your children and grandchildren, hit the subscribe button, like this video, and share it with someone you love. Together, we can build a community of seniors who eat wisely, live longer, and stay stronger. Now, before we dive into the foods themselves, let's talk about why heart health after 60 is so critical. When we're younger, our arteries are flexible, our metabolism is faster, and our heart can recover quickly from stress. But as the years pass, something changes quietly inside the body. Arteries stiffen, cholesterol builds up more easily, and blood pressure doesn't stay steady the way it used to. That's why heart disease remains the #1 health threat for people over 60. In fact, the American Heart Association reports that nearly 70% of seniors face some form of cardiovascular risk, whether it's high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or blocked arteries. Let me give you a story. Meet Mr. James, a 67-year-old retired teacher. He loved his morning routine, newspaper, a plate of bacon and toast, and a tall glass of soda at lunch. For years he thought, I feel fine, so what's the harm? But one day, while walking with his grandson, he felt tightness in his chest. His doctor later told him his diet had quietly weakened his heart over the years. The foods he thought were harmless comfort foods were actually fueling the very problem he feared most. This isn't to scare you, it's to remind you of the truth. What you eat daily is either medicine for your heart or poison for your arteries. The good news: even small changes can make a huge difference. Research shows that seniors who swap out just one harmful food per day for a heart-healthy option lower their risk of heart disease within months. Imagine that, your tomorrow's health built on the choices you make today. So, what are the 2 foods we must absolutely avoid after 60 if we want to protect our heart? Let's start with the first one, the food that has been linked to clogged arteries, high blood pressure, and heart attacks across the world. The first food on our list is one that many seniors grew up loving: processed meats. I'm talking about bacon, sausages, hot dogs, deli meats, ham. Foods that might taste delicious and bring back memories of family breakfasts, but are silently damaging your heart with every bite. Why are processed meats so dangerous? First, they're packed with saturated fats. Too much of these fats raises your LDL cholesterol, the bad cholesterol that clogs arteries. Second, they contain excess sodium. Just 2 slices of bacon can deliver nearly half the recommended daily salt intake for seniors. High salt means higher blood pressure, which puts strain on the heart. Third, many processed meats are preserved with nitrates and nitrites, chemicals that not only harm your blood vessels but are also linked to increased risk of cancer. Now, let's connect this to real life. Imagine your arteries as clean water pipes in a house. Over time, processed meats act like grease and rust, clogging those pipes. The more you eat them, the narrower the space for blood to flow. And when blood can't flow freely, the risk of heart attack or stroke skyrockets. Science backs this up. A Harvard study following thousands of adults found that eating processed meat daily increased the risk of heart disease by 42% and diabetes by 19%. That's not a small number. It's nearly half. Let me share a story. Mrs. Linda, 64, told her doctor, I only eat sausages on weekends, so it's fine, right? But when she had her cholesterol checked, the results shocked her. Even occasional indulgence added up. Her arteries had been quietly hardening. It wasn't until she swapped her sausage breakfasts for oatmeal with berries that her numbers improved and her energy returned. Now, here's the important part. This isn't about giving up enjoyment. It's about making smart swaps. Instead of processed meats, try grilled chicken breast or turkey slices. Plant-based proteins like beans, lentils, or tofu. Even a veggie-packed omelette for breakfast. These foods still taste good, still give you protein, but they nourish instead of destroy your heart. And let's be honest, every time you skip bacon or sausage, you're not just saying no to a food. You're saying yes to more time with your grandchildren, yes to longer walks, and yes to a stronger tomorrow. So remember this. Processed meats may feel like comfort food, but they're really heart stress in disguise. Cutting them out, even gradually, could be one of the smartest heart-saving decisions you make this year. But processed meats are only half the danger. The second food, something almost every senior consumes without thinking, is even more harmful. And it's sitting in almost every fridge. Let's talk about that next. The second food you must avoid after 60 might surprise you, because for many seniors, it doesn't even feel like food. It's sugary drinks, especially sodas and sweetened juices. Why are they so dangerous? First, they're loaded with added sugars that rush straight into your bloodstream. That sudden spike forces your body to pump out insulin, and over time this weakens your heart and increases your risk of type 2 diabetes. Second, sugary drinks raise triglycerides, a type of fat in your blood. High triglycerides stiffen arteries and increase the chances of a heart attack. Third, many sodas contain phosphoric acid and caffeine, which rob your body of calcium and weaken your bones, a double blow for seniors. Let's look at the science. A 20-year study from Harvard showed that people who drank just one soda a day had a 20% higher risk of heart attack or stroke compared to those who rarely drank them. That's one can, once a day. Now, let me share a story. Mrs. Clara, 65, loved her daily can of soda. She said, "It's my little treat, it keeps me refreshed." But slowly, her blood pressure climbed, her energy dropped, and she began experiencing shortness of breath. Her doctor traced it back to the sugar overload from her daily soda. When she replaced it with lemon water and herbal teas, the change was dramatic. Her blood pressure normalized, she slept better, and her mornings no longer felt sluggish. Here's the problem. Sugary drinks are deceptive. They don't make you feel full, so you drink more and more. One can of soda can contain 10 teaspoons of sugar. Imagine sitting at your table and pouring 10 spoonfuls of sugar into a glass of water. Would you drink it? Yet that's exactly what happens with each can. So what should you drink instead? Here are healthier swaps. Plain water, or water infused with lemon, cucumber, or berries. Unsweetened green tea, rich in antioxidants that protect your arteries. Chamomile or hibiscus tea, both shown to lower blood pressure. A simple glass of warm water before bed, soothing and heart-friendly. Remember, sugary drinks don't just steal your heart health, they also take away your energy, your sleep quality, and even your memory over time. So the next time you reach for a can of soda or a packaged juice, pause and ask yourself, is a few minutes of sweetness worth years off your life? For most seniors, the answer becomes clear once they see how much stronger, lighter, and fresher they feel after giving it up. Now, we've uncovered the two foods that put your heart at risk, processed meats and sugary drinks. But what really happens if you keep eating and drinking them, ignoring the warnings? Let's talk about the cost of neglect and the reward of change. Now, let's be honest. Some seniors hear this advice and think, I've been eating these foods my whole life and I'm still here. Maybe that's you, or maybe it's someone you love. But here's the truth, the body after 60 is not the same as the body at 30 or 40. The heart has worked hard for decades. Arteries have weathered stress, cholesterol, and high blood pressure. And the margin for error becomes much smaller. If you ignore this warning and keep processed meats and sugary drinks in your daily routine, the risks are serious. Constant fatigue. You'll feel drained even after a full night's rest. Shortness of breath. Simple walks become difficult. Memory problems. Because what hurts the heart also hurts the brain. And most of all, the looming danger of a sudden heart attack or stroke. But there's another side to this. Imagine the difference if you make small changes today. Instead of a soda, you sip a glass of lemon water. Instead of bacon, you enjoy a colorful veggie omelette. These are simple swaps, but over weeks and months, they clean your arteries, lower your blood pressure, and give you back the energy you thought was lost with age. Doctors call this the compounding effect. Every healthy choice builds upon the last, protecting you not just today but years into the future. And remember, your heart doesn't just belong to you. It belongs to the grandchildren who want you at their graduation, the spouse who wants you by their side, and the friends who want to laugh with you for years to come. So don't ignore this. Avoiding these two foods is not just about diet, it's about buying more time, more memories, and more life. Let's pause for a quick recap, because information is only powerful when we remember and apply it. Today we uncovered the two foods seniors over 60 should never eat for a healthy heart. First, processed meats like bacon, sausages, hot dogs, and deli slices, loaded with saturated fat, salt, and preservatives that clog arteries and raise blood pressure. Second, sugary drinks like sodas and packaged juices, hidden sugar bombs that stress your heart, spike triglycerides, and drain your energy. But avoiding danger is only half the story. You also need better daily habits. Here are simple swaps you can start today. Instead of bacon or sausages for breakfast, enjoy a veggie omelette or a bowl of oatmeal topped with berries. Instead of soda, sip a tall glass of water with lemon or cucumber, or try a calming herbal tea like hibiscus. Keep a water bottle with you throughout the day to stay hydrated and protect your circulation. Think of it this way, every time you say no to those two foods, you're saying yes to stronger arteries, more energy, and a longer, healthier life. And remember, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. Even one smart swap per day can add up to massive improvements in your heart health over time. So here's the takeaway. After 60, your heart is precious, and it can't afford the burden of processed meats and sugary drinks. Avoiding these two foods could mean fewer pills, fewer hospital visits, and more time living the life you love. Every meal is a choice. You can choose what weakens your heart, or you can choose what strengthens it. And the good news is, you have that power starting today. I want you to share this video with someone you care about, because chances are they're eating these foods without knowing the damage they're doing. Your share could be the reminder that saves a life. And don't forget to subscribe to Food for Longevity, because this journey doesn't stop here. In our next video, I'll reveal the one spoon a day that strengthens your heart instead of harming it. You won't want to miss it, because it's a daily habit that could change everything for your future health. Remember this, your heart is not replaceable, but your habits are. Choose wisely, live fully, and keep building the strong, joyful tomorrow you deserve.